Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 15th of January. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right, I actually published a post about a quarter of an hour ago looking at the IHS setup for today, and it seems to be playing out. It looks as though it may target within the hour. But this is basically what I was looking at yesterday. We had a part-formed IHS. It basically spent the whole day forming. I was looking at that on the SPX charts, on the RTH charts in the post, and it's broken up. That's got a target back here on the ES in about the 60-15 area, slightly lower on, same area, same sort of area on SPX. But what I was talking about was the two levels, and I used it as a bit of a teaching post about the wall of worry and the obvious path and how at every inflection point the market can go one way or the other. So anyway, we're on the path, and looks as though they might be making target pretty soon because I think, well, it's another 30 handles, so it will make target. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm expecting to make target in all probability today, and that gets us to the second inflection point, which is mainly the daily middle band. And actually, I think we're probably at the level we're testing that right now, and we may well gap over it. The question is, can it hold it? If it can hold it, then we're looking good to go back and retest the high, which was the bullish scenario that I was laying out on Monday. Okay, NQ, we've also got an IHS that is also broken up. On RTY, didn't really have a good IHS here, but we didn't have a bad one. I drew it in, but I wasn't giving it the weight I was giving to the SPX or NDX one, because generally speaking, a better looking pattern will tend to make target better. We had one as well on Dow. That's pretty close to making target now, I think. Not too far away. Probably make target about the monthly pivot area. Basically, all these buy signals are now played out. We've got no current negative divergence because, of course, we're in the middle of the spike right now. On DAX and the STX, we're seeing nice moves up. DAX is very close to a retest of this high, and I'm expecting it to make it. ESTX is retesting recent highs, having already retested this one. All right, let's have a look at those on the bigger picture charts and what I was talking about on my post. Okay, the main resistance here we've got on ES and SPX is the daily middle band. Now I've got that at 59.94, and we're 15 handles away from it. I think we're going to be slightly closer if we open here on SPX, but it will likely have moved by the time we get to the open. So what I was looking at was this. This is the big head and shoulders. This, I was noting that one thing I've noticed is that when a head and shoulders breaks down and fails, or breaks up and fails, then you quite often see the reversal form a head and shoulder pattern. And obviously that's exactly what we're seeing here, and one thing I particularly liked about it, we've got the target up here at about 59.75 area on SPX, and we've got the daily middle band at 59.38. So to get to that target, which is looking pretty good to do at the moment, we're going to break over the daily middle band. And at that stage, we're breaking over the second inflection point, and we've just got to hold above it. As long as we can convert that to support, then a retest of the high is on deck. And I'd be looking for that next. All right, so great. We've still got an open weak RSI 14 buy signal on the hourly. That's probably going to make target today, but that's encouraging. We do have a couple of odd things here. On Dia, we've actually got a possible weak RSI 14 buy signal brewing. This is the IHS on Dia, by the way, which is already breaking up the close yesterday and probably make target at the open today. This gets us to a potential larger double bottom here. So I did say there were 3 inflection points, not 2 on Dia. This is the second inflection point there. Looking at IWM, hang on, let's just have a look at the cues. This was the IHS there. That would have broken up by now. It's a nice little reversal setup, really, which is why I used it as a teaching example. Okay, on IWM, we've got something which is pretty odd here, which is we've actually already got a weak RSI 14 buy signal fix and an RSI 5 buy signal fix. That's actually fairly bullish, but it's not really shared or anything else. But this isn't a bad looking flag either. Underthrown, and if we break over this, that actually's got target back at the all-time high. I'm wondering if it might possibly make it. It could. It just seems a very long way to travel. But if we've seen IWM pick up remarkable bursts of speed every so often, maybe this will be one of those times. We will see. All right, looking at DAX. DAX was looking encouraging, probably heading back up into a retest of these highs. And Nikkei was not looking too encouraging, but hopefully it'll look more encouraging today. What I would like it to do while we are retesting the highs on SPX and NDX and possibly Dow and possibly even RTY, IWM, then what I'd like it to do is come back and retest this high. Yesterday wasn't particularly encouraging for that, but I'm hoping it will turn around. All right, great. Let's have a look. Oh, by the way, what was the news this morning? I was working on my charts and just thought I'd ask you guys as and when. Obviously, there was news at 8:30. What was it? Obviously, it was bullish. Okay, anyway, DX. DX is coming down. I'm going to have a post published today or tomorrow talking about the huge inflection point here. Obviously, I've been talking about it every day. I'm expecting to move back into the 80s or 90s from either here or a retest of the high in the 114s at 114.75, one or the other. But the setup failing here isn't bad. We could be starting that fail now. ZB, nice little rally here actually. Which is definitely not what we've been seeing in recent days. Not expecting this to be sustained, and I'm expecting it to come down fairly soon. We're pretty close to the TNX target, and it's a very compelling target at this stage. So CL could be a head and shoulders, could be a bull flag, looks much more like a head and shoulders at the moment. I think we might be looking at a little retrace, and we've got a 60-minute sell signal fix as well. On NG, possible large double top. Not taking it that seriously, but I would note that we are in a headwind, and that we're normally most years, not every year, but most years, we will make a significant low in the February to April area. On GC, return back up to a retest of this high, I think. 60-minute bicycle is obviously fixed and made target, so that could be the second eye of a double top. Rather depends what happens on the dollar. On SI. Nice move, probably head up there. That could again be a double top if we go back and get there, and the bicycle is made target. HG, we were forming a potential double top here, and it was looking pretty nice, and it's still in play here, but it's kind of looking as though it's going to break up. We will see, but I'm calling the sell signal now. I think that's probably time to sort of disregard. KC, we've got a bull flag, which is breaking up here, pulling back a bit, which is an unusual afterwards. Afterwards, it's likely to go back and retest this high here at 348. SB, pretty close to some positive divergence, not quite there yet. We lost the double bottom setup, which was disappointing. I thought that had a shot. CC is forming a beautiful triangle, and if I got the count right, which is A, B, C, D, and we would be working on E at the moment. When E is normally a partial wave down, unless, of course, this breaks down, which is the 30% option. But the 70% option is it breaks up, in which case it'd be going from, well, about here, and heading up towards a minimum retest of this high here in the 12,950 area. ZW, nice looking double bottom, nested double bottom really. This is a possible IHS. This is a possible slightly larger double bottom. It's broken up from the smallest double bottom, and is back testing at the moment. And the target for that is in about the 563 area. Looking at corn, possibly topping out here, 60-minute sell signal fixed. Soy, 6-minute sell signal has fixed here at 2. Looks like it needs a retracement. On lumber. Lumber, we've got a move back by the monthly pivot. Not sure what's happening here. I do not have a decent pattern set up on lumber. Live cattle. Live cattle has gone higher. 60-minute sell signal fixed. Still wondering about a retracement here. Not much sign of it so far. And live cattle, we've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing. Actually, I think it might be fixed. It is fixed. We've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed. So I'm wondering about some retracement here. But bigger picture, this is a bull flag megaphone, I think, and it's broken up. So we will see where that goes. All right. Great. Let's have a quick look at questions. Bad news was good news. So, but exhibited some cooling, of course. That's not that bad. Yeah, inflation's still going to be an issue this year. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap, and we'll see how it goes today. But at the moment, this is on the path back that I was outlining in my post today, back to a retest of the all-time high. Currently, we're in phase 2 of 3, and it's looking pretty good. If we can get through the next inflection point, which we're trying to break at the moment, if we can break that and convert it, new all-time highs are on deck. So we'll see how that goes. All right, catch you later, mate.